now we want to solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula, which is what we have here to the top right hand corner here of the screen. Notice the formula has some values a, b, and c. The proof for this is in another video. Check out my channel and you'll see the proof as to how we derive this formula. Very important, we need to identify the values of a, b, and c. So remember, a is the coefficient of the x squared, which what number is multiplied to the x squared? 1, right? So x squared is 1x squared, so a is 1, b is 2, and c is minus 8. b is a coefficient of the x, or the number multiplied to the x, and the constant here is minus 8. And these are the values we substitute into the formula. So let's go step by step. So here's the formula, minus b. So let me just put. So minus b, what's the value of b? 2. So it's just basic substitutions. Square root. B squared, now b is 2. So b squared will be 2 squared. Minus, and then you have 4, and then you have a, what's the value of a? 1. And then you have c, what's the value of c? Minus 8. And it's all of this upon 2a. 2a means 2 times a, and a is 1, so 2 times 1. Remember, a is 1, a is 1x squared. So the next thing we need to do is work out what's below the square, what's beneath the square root. So we have negative 2 plus or minus square root. What's 2 squared? 4. And then we're multiplying these values, minus 4 times 1 times minus 8. You'll recall negative times negative give you positive. So the negative 4 times the negative 8, that's positive 32 times 1. So it's 32. All upon 2 times 1, 2. So we end up with x equal minus 2 upon the square root of 32 plus 32 plus 4, that's 36. All upon 2. Just separate, huh? And then what we have here now, x equal minus 2 plus or minus, what's the square root of 36? It's 6, all upon 2. So x equal minus 2 plus 6 upon 2, or x equal to minus 2 minus 6 upon 2. So that's what the plus or minus means. In one case you add the 6, in one case you subtract the 6. So minus 2 plus 6, that's positive 4, and positive 4 divided by 2, that's 2. Here, minus 2 minus 6, you add and keep the sign, so you end up with negative 8, and negative 8 divided by 2, that's negative 4. And don't forget, you can always check your solution. We are claiming that x is equal to 2, which means if you should replace this x with 2, you'd have 2 squared, which is 4. 2 times 2, which is also 4. Minus 8, you end up with 0. Or you could try the minus 4. If you square minus 4, mean multiply it by itself, you get positive 16. And 2 times minus 4, that's minus 8. Combined with this minus 8, you have 16 minus 8 minus 8. That's 0, so we are confident that these solutions are the solutions for this equation. X equal 2, x equal minus 4. Let's try another example. So here is another example we want to attempt. So the first, very key, critical to this thing is to identify the A, B, and C values. So A is the coefficient of the x squared, number in front of the x squared there, which is 2. B is the coefficient of the x. What number is in front of the x squared? Minus x. Yes, minus x is really minus 1x. And C is equal to minus 10. And maybe to play safe, one thing you could do to remind yourself is just remember x is 1x, and remember negative x is negative 1x. So B has a value, minus 1. And these are the values we plug into the formula. Alright, so there's a formula to the top right hand corner there. So look at the formula. Careful now. So we have minus, so we put our minus. Then we have B. What's the value of B? The value of B is negative 1, so we put that. So that's our minus square root. And you have to be careful when you're working out B squared now. If you're using your calculator, I'll advise you to bracket the minus 1. So B squared, remember B is minus 1. Let me just bracket the B here. Also. So here, so we have minus and then we have B. So we have minus and then we have B, which is negative 1. Alright, so B squared, negative 1 squared, minus 4 times A. What's the value of A? The value of A is 2. Times C. What's the value of C? The value of C is negative 10. So just basic substitution. Just a little bit of concentration. Over 2 times A. Now the value of A is 2. So 2 times A is 2 times 2. Good? And now we try and work out what we have in the square root. So we have x equal to, now the double negative, minus minus, that's positive 1. Square root. Any real number square, it's become positive. So negative 1 square means negative 1 times itself, right? Negative 1 times negative 1, get positive 1. Here, careful, you're multiplying negative 4, 2, and negative 10. The negative 4 times the negative 10 give you positive 40. And positive 40 times 2 give you positive 80. All over. Denominator is 2 times 2. 2 times 2, what's that? 4. So x equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 81. And what's the square root of 81? That's 9, right? So 1 plus or minus 9 over 4. So therefore, let's just separate this. X equal to, in one case you add 1 plus 9 over 4, or x equal to 1 minus 9 over 4. And 1 plus 9, that's 10. 10 divided by 4, that's 2.5. Or 2.5. 1 minus 9 is minus 8. And minus 8 divided by 4 is minus 2. So our solutions are 2.5 and minus 2. And remember, you can always check the solution. Now here is another example. And always bear in mind that x is not the only letter in the alphabet. So the formula not only works when the variable is x. It could be any variable. Once it's a quadratic, you have a square, you have a linear term there, and you have a constant. Alright? So in the same way, we identify the a, b, and c values. So a there is equal to what? 1. B there is equal to minus 8. And in the same way, the constant is 15. Good? So, the only difference is that when we are using the formula now, we don't say x equal to, because remember now the variable is not x, it's m. So we say m is equal to, and we do the exact same thing. Make our substitution, so we have minus b, and what is b? Negative 8, so it's minus the b value, and the b value is negative 8. plus or minus square root of b square. Now b is negative 8, so it's negative 8 square minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is what, 15, and everything on the right hand side upon 2 times a, so 2 times 1. Hence m double negative minus minus 8, that's positive 8, plus or minus the square root. You square 8, what you get? 64, and then minus 4 times 1 times 15, that's 60, minus 60. Notice is only one negative sign. Alright, so the result will be negative 60. 2 times 1, 2. So m is equal to 8 plus or minus the square root of what? 64 take away 60? 4? Square root of 4. All upon 2. Continuing here. So m is 8 plus square root of 4 is what? 2 upon 2 plus or minus, that is. And now we can separate. So m equal to 8 plus 2 upon 2, or m equal to 8 minus 2 upon 2. So 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the values of m, 5 or 3. And you could test these values. If you replace m with 5, you'll get 5 square, which is 25. Minus 8 times 5, that's minus 40, plus 15. And the 25 and the 15 give you 40. 40 minus 40 will end up with 0. Or you could try the positive 3. If you replace m with 3, you get 9. You get 3 square, which is 9. Minus 8 times 3, that's 24. Plus 15. And 9 and 15, that's 24. 24 take away 24, that's 0. So both values okay. Just bear in mind that x is not the only letter in the alphabets. So in the same way, I could put p square minus 8p plus 15, or whatever quadratic. Once it's in the quadratic form, this formula can be used. Alright? So the variable does not have to be x. It could be y, or j, or k, or just about any letter in the alphabet. That's it. Hope you had fun.